Veta Arteaga, thank you for being on the show. You have your fight coming up August 25th against Bruna Ellen. How are you feeling right now leading up to the fight coming up?
I feel great. I'm excited. I'm always excited during camp and during the fight. I'm ready to go. I feel like I never stopped training,
Yeah.
so I feel like I'm ready to go fight now. Like I'm more antsy to go fight.
Mm. Now your career is fairly young as far as being a professional fighter, and you're already fighting for Bellator, which is pretty impressive for someone who's starting the game. How do you feel about Bellator as a company, and like, what are some of your goals like within the company and this year?
Yeah. So fighting for Bellator is awesome. It's a great organization to fight for. They treat all of their fighters well. I'm really grateful to be fighting for them. And as far as my goals, they haven't, determined a flyweight champion yet. So I really want that belt.
Oh,
Nice.
do you see like a tournament like in your future for that belt, for that vacant belt?
Yeah. So I think I'm in the top 8 for
Mm-hmm.
flyweight champion.
Hmm.
So if I am just smart, one fight at a time, and just work my way up, I will definitely be right there sooner than you know it.
Yeah.
So my eyes on the prize, but I'm not overlooking any opponent. One
Yeah.
opponent at a time, and August 25th, it's Bruna, and then after that, it's whatever Bellator wants, and we'll go from there.
Awesome.
What do you make of Bruna as an opponent? I know what have you taken from maybe your research on her, and I know Bellator's seeing her as a prospect too, along with yourself. I mean, it's kind of a two really highly touted contenders going up against each other. What do you make of this matchup with her?
I think it's a good matchup. We're both 3-1, so I think
Hmm.
that's awesome.
Yeah.
I think we're similar in styles as far as we both like to strike.
Yeah.
So I please, yeah, I guess I'm known just to scrap. So I love to just
Yeah.
bang it, but I don't mind taking it to the ground either. So I feel like it's well matched. I think even our height is about the same, and I've never
Hmm.
fought my height. Usually they're taller. I used to fight in bantamweight at
Yeah.
135. Used to taller girls, so I'm excited and looking forward to finding somebody that's similar into my height and same reach. So I think it's going to be a war, but I'm excited to go out there and show that I am more than ready and I deserve to be at the top.
Right.
Awesome.
Now, for the fans who don't know you, can you kind of give like a background of yourself and maybe how you got into the sport and
Yeah,
maybe some of your interests outside the cage?
yeah. So let's see. So I'm originally from Idaho.
Hmm.
Based. I live in Boise, Idaho. It's a great place to visit. If you guys haven't been out here, you guys have to definitely check it out. It's awesome. And I got started because my brother Freddie Arteaga fights for an organization called Gambate.
Okay.
And
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
yeah, and so I when I first moved up here, I just was attending college. I went to Boise State and CWI, and I just wanted to do something as far as being active. And I would
Yeah.
go watch him, and I saw you're getting a workout, but you're also learning self defense. So I thought that was pretty neat.
Yeah.
So then I started getting into it more and more. And I did my first JITS tournament and I loved it. I loved the feeling of it. And then I was like, well, maybe I should learn a little bit of MMA. Then I learned MMA. And then I was like, maybe I'll just have one fight,
Yeah.
just one
Yeah.
fight, say that I did it.
Yeah.
I had my first amateur fight. I'm like, this is what I want to do. I want to
Yeah.
do this. Like this is
Yeah.
so cool. Like I'm like just the feeling of it and I'm good at it. So let's just see how far
Yeah,
it
why
takes.
not, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Like yeah, why not? Let's just try it. So then I did that and I just fell in love with the sport and now here I am like
Fighting
having
for
my own
Bellator, that's insane.
fighting for a great
Yeah, it's
organization. So
crazy.
yeah, it's really cool. It's kind of interesting on how it happens. I just would go daily and all of my friends would ask me like, "What are you going to do today?" I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to go train."
Hmm.
And, oh, okay. And
Sure.
now they're like, now I get what you were training for. I'm like, yeah, this is
That's
what
pretty
I
neat.
Yeah.
That's awesome. That's
here.
really cool.
Now,
And now,
your brother was your brother like the first exposure to the sport, or were you kind of a fan of the sport? Did you watch it a little bit before you got and actually started training?
my brother was actually the one that introduced me to the sport, so I
Nice.
am very grateful for
Oh,
him.
awesome.
So shout out to Freddie.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
my yeah. Before then, I would hear about it, but I've never tried it. I've never really cared to watch it as much. After after I watched him fight too, I was like, oh, this is cool. So it's kind of interesting on how that played out because
yeah,
growing up, we we really weren't as close, and now we corner each other. We train together. We do everything together as far as
that must be like really, really stressful, right? Cornering your brother and seeing him getting punched in the face.
Yeah, I know it's tough. He fights at the same weight class. He fights at 125 as well, and it's just my emotions get involved.
Yeah.
With myself, I'm like, okay, but with him, I'm like, come on, like I get too excited.
Yeah. Now, this might be like a bit of a personal question, but like you being a female fighter, like is it weird? No, not weird, but like dating, is that kind of weird? Because like you probably can kick whoever you're dating's ass. Or is it intimidating for a guy to approach you because you're a fighter?
I want to say it's a little bit of 50-50. Some guys think it's pretty cool, and then some where we get to know each other, I feel as if they need out, like, I don't know how to say it, like
just say it.
Because obviously when you do MMA, your ego has to go out the door, like legit. It's all about technique. And so when I first meet a guy, I don't ever really tell them that I do that unless if they know that about me. Some of them think it's neat and like think that it's hot, I guess is what you want to refer to. And then some guys are like, oh, you do that? Like they kind of like, they feel like they need to be more machista, I guess. So it's kind of a little hit and miss. So I try not to date as much during training camp because I try to stay really focused on what my mission is, and that's to win and to give it my all and have a good performance. But outside, when I'm not in camp,
go all out.
Because I'm more about the character, about who the guy is, not what he does.
Okay. So you guys are listening or watching the show right now, just don't ask her about fighting.
And now, were you competitive in other sports along before you started training MMA, or is it like were you competitive either high school or college or any of that stuff?
So I was a cheerleader in junior high, and then I also played softball and I also played basketball. And I actually had torn my ACL playing basketball, and I was very competitive in that way. I loved team sports, but I think that's kind of helped me be a better athlete because it helped me be determined and be dedicated to go into practice, to focus on each game at a time. So that really plays a part into my MMA career.
Yeah. Nice.
No, it's cool that MMA in women mixed martial arts has really grown as a sport. Ronda came to the scene, and now the UFC has multiple women divisions, and then Bellator came and started building their divisions as well. And in 2016, you saw a rise in free agency with guys were moving up to Bellator or the UFC or vice versa. Do you see yourself kind of now that you have that a platform like Bellator and you probably can jump to the UFC? Do you have any goals in the future of doing that, or you kind of just focus on your career right now?
I'm mostly living in the moment as far as my career right now, but the sky's the limit. I feel like you can only so. I always say this, if you take the right fights at the right time, you really will get where you want to get.
Right.
As far as the top. So right now I'm just focusing, I'm contracted with Bellator, which I love, and I want to keep it for them. I want to get that belt. But if other opportunities come, then, I would have to talk to my manager. See what happens, because I feel like it's only going to go up from here, and I'm excited for that.
How many more fights do you have on your contract with Bellator?
So this will be... So after I fought in February, I came back to Boise, Idaho, and I actually got my contract officially. Oh, nice. And it's a fight contract, so this will be considered as my first fight. So
nice.
So I have this fight and then 3 more.
Oh, awesome.
Now, a lot of fighters kind of visualize how the fight's gonna play out. When you think about the fight coming up, what do you visualize as far as the finish or maybe how the fight's gonna play out?
Yeah, so I'm a big believer actually in visualization. I feel like not only is it physical training, but you have to do mental preparation. Yeah. And I'm just more I want that W, but I focus on just performing my best at an elite level that takes care of itself. But in my past fights, I've gone to decision or a controversy as far as that was questionable. So I always go for skill. So obviously I'm going for a knockout.
Yeah.
I want to make a statement. I want to go for that knockout. And if I knock her down and I don't get the knockout, I'll go for that submission. So I'm going for a finish for sure. So my hand's getting raised by the ref at the end. That's all that matters.
Nice. And what's it like at your training camp in Idaho? I mean, what are you working on in terms of who are you bringing in to help you train, or maybe train for this particular opponent, or is it just you going with what works right now with who you have?
Yeah. So I actually have been working with all of my teammates, but I'm in particular with one of my buddies. His name's Matt Nader, and he's helping me with my wrestling. He used to wrestle at Boise State, and just doing defense and offense, working that, increasing that. And after I fought in February against Brooke Mayo, I added strength and conditioning at Rock Armor, which I have the shirt.
Nice.
Oh, yeah. Your hair's in the way. There you go.
Oh, awesome. There you go. Cool.
Which we're doing strength and conditioning, and I can feel the difference. Like, I'm so explosive. Like, I feel strong, and I feel fast. I feel great. So I feel like that's definitely added to my game, and I'm excited to see what happens as far as showing that.
Yeah.
Now, like during training camp, you're obviously very disciplined in what you eat and what you intake and calories and all that good stuff. But after you win your fight, do you have like a go-to food that you go to celebrate?
Yeah, I love sushi.
That's not very fatty.
Yeah. I'm also, Hispanic. I'm Mexican, and I love Spanish food too. So I love avocado. Like, that's what's sad is I like binge eat because I haven't had it. Of everything. It's terrible.
Oh my god.
And then I'll want like a taco or something afterwards too, with like salsa and stuff. Yeah.
Oh, nice. Very nice.
Nice. Well, we want to thank you for being on the show. It was great talking to you. Did you want to maybe plug some of your sponsors, maybe tell the fans how to find you on social media?
Yeah, of course. Yeah. Thank you guys for asking me to be on your show. I really appreciate that.
Thank you.
But I want to thank all of my teammates at Combat Fitness, SBG Idaho, and all of my sponsors, Venom, Rock Armor, Feed My Fit, and I have to think of all of them. Let's see. And my manager, Alfred, and sponsors that I missed. So.
And Freddie.
Yeah.
And Freddie.
And Freddie.
And Freddie.
And Freddie, yes.
Yeah.
Freddie, yeah. If it wasn't for Freddie, I really wouldn't be here. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. Now, Veta, like once you win on Saturday and you go up the rankings and you hold that title one day, don't forget on August 9th, 2017, Josh and James interviewed you, so don't forget about us.
Awesome,
Don't become rock stars. Like, become the rock stars.
That's so awesome, of course. Yeah.
All right.
And you can follow me on social media, and that's Veta Arteaga on IG, Facebook. They're all the same.
Oh, nice. Cool. Well, it was fun talking to you, and like really excited to see you compete, and we'll be cheering for you at home, and best of luck with for your training camp, and best of luck in your fight as well.
Thank you. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate it.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.